Good morning and Tashida Lake, and I'm sure you all are taking a very good care of yourself, your parents, and your studies. Okay, so I'm here for my first session and the second session of today. Okay, so like yesterday, I'm going to talk about the literary devices. Okay, so you all are familiar with what literary devices are. Okay, yes. So before I start my literary devices today, let us once again go through all the things that we did last time. Okay, so just a recapitulation. Okay, let us see. So I want you to go through the slides and see what are the things that we did. So you remember yesterday I taught how to read a poem. Okay, yes. Now these are the things that you have to keep in mind whenever you come across any poem. You have to do at least 3 reading. Okay, yes, at least 3. So in the first reading, you give it a beautiful reading just to get some general idea about the poem. And in the second reading, you just look for all the figurative languages. Okay, so I told you, in a poem, there are so many feelings. Okay, and these feelings can be best expressed by using descriptive words, by using figurative languages like this. So you got to see so many things. So this is what you are going to do in your second reading. Okay, yes. And after that, you are going to do the third reading. And in the third reading, you got to be very critical. You are going to go through the lines. Okay, yes. And try to get the main meaning of the poem. Okay, what the poet is trying to tell and what is your interpretation. Did it bring you any kind of feeling, good feeling or sad feeling or any kind of feeling? Okay, so that is the thing that you have to do. So these 3 things. Okay, yes, you have to first read. How many times? At least 3 times. Okay, yes, that is the thing. And then we talked about the different structures of a poem. A poem is different from prose and it is also different from drama. Okay, now what is the structure of the poem? There will be a stanza, rhythm, rhyme, close verse, free verse. By now you all are familiar with these which are technical terms. Okay, yes. And then we I introduce you to the literary devices. I've also given you a few examples of literary devices. On the basis of these devices, I just introduce you to the literary devices, the devices which are made of letters, devices which are made of words, and these devices are used by the writers or the poets. You got it? And what are the literary devices? Devices are tools used by the authors or poets to fulfill different purposes. Okay, their devices or tools are made up of letters. So that's why we got the word literary device. Okay, yes. And these are also called poetic device. Ketenjola has already explained you the difference. Okay, so the literary device is just like a big umbrella. Okay, now under that comes the poetic device. So literary device, as you can see, literary device, it can be used in both prose, and poetry, but the devices that we specifically use in poems, they are called poetic device. Okay, yes. So that is just a clarification. Now, what are some of the literary devices? Now, these are the literary devices, you see, and there are many more. Okay, when you go to higher classes, you will come across more literary devices. And by now, you are familiar with some of them. Okay, yes. And then before the end of this session, this today's session, you will be able to get introduced to all these literary devices, and for the next 1 week you can just play on, you can just do some your own homework. Okay, yes. And the literary devices that I covered yesterday were, the first one is rhythm. I told you rhythm is the basic thing. Okay, yes, this is the literary device that we start from the early stage. Okay, so rhythm is, in other terms, it's a beat. Okay, yes, I've just given you so many examples. When it comes to poem, okay, you should not just stick to the English language, you should stick to other language and poems, okay, because these devices are just which are common for all the languages, whether you write poem in Tibetan or Hindi or English, these devices, whether you are a carpenter in America, whether you are a carpenter in India, whether you are a carpenter in Tibet, you use the same devices. So likewise, the devices you will find in all the languages, okay? And if you really want to look for all the devices, the best way is by going through the lyrics of the songs. I told you, you are fond of listening to songs. You sing so many songs. Okay, while enjoying the song, while humming, okay, it's important for you to look for these devices because the songs are made to show our emotion, our feeling, sadness, joy, happiness, so many things. So I told you, if the poet or if the lyricist wants to show the feeling and emotion, he or she has to use this figure of speech. He or she has to use this beautiful, languages. So you got to see so many of these literary devices in the songs. Okay, so from today onward, whenever you come across any song, okay, while enjoying the song, you are going to look for all the literary devices that we have introduced to you in this session. You got it? Okay, yes. And that was the rhythm. And the second one, do you remember what was the literary device we did? Yes, okay, it is onomatopoeia. So onomatopoeia is a word which shows the sounds. Okay, yes. So when you were small, which is all the books, all the nursery rhymes you read, they are all related to onomatopoeia. Okay, even in higher classes, we got to see onomatopoeia. Okay, so when we talk about onomatopoeia, you will not just see this in a poem, but in some books, okay, stories. In prose lesson, you will also see onomatopoeia. I also told you, whenever you are doing some narrative, now as a student, you may need to write so many diaries, okay? So what do the student do normally? The student, when they start writing diary, they just write all the events. So if somebody, look at that, instead of seeing some kind of emotion and feeling, what we got to see is, we got to see all the events of the day. I did this, I did that, I went to that, like this. Okay, so there should be some feelings. Okay, instead of telling everything, why don't you show? Because you all are familiar with the difference between show and tell. Okay, when your writing starts showing things, then your writing becomes good. Okay, and the writing should also have the literary device. I told you, these devices will help you. So even if you are writing a small diary, but make sure that you are going to show all the onomatopoeia, the sounds. You hear different kind of sound. So when I just teaching this, I hear so many sounds. So you can use that thing. Okay, and then your writing becomes better. Why? Why it is better? Because you have used one literary device. You got it? Now this is how we do. Okay, yes, these are the things that you have to keep in. So basically yesterday we did onomatopoeia and rhythm. Onomatopoeia, I've just given you example. Okay, yes, I've also shown you the books normally read by the small children. You got it? Okay, yes. So today I'm going to, I'm here with some more literary devices. Okay, yes. So I'm going to start with the rhyming. Okay, yes, rhyming words. So you all are familiar. Okay, yes. So the poetic device that I'm going to do today is rhyming words. So just like the rhythm, okay, yes, you are introduced to this literary device rhyming word when you were in lower classes. So I think there isn't anybody who does not know what rhyming word is. Okay, rhyming words is the words having the same sound. Okay, yeah. When I say same sound, there may be same sound in the beginning and there may be same sound in the end. Okay, so when I talk about rhyming words, I'm talking about the same sound in the end word. Okay, ending word. Okay, so whenever you come across any piece of poetry, if you want to see whether there is rhyming word or not, okay, you got to look at the last word. Okay, the last word of each line. Okay, and look at the sound and see whether that last word rhyme with other things or not. Okay, yes. And the rhyming words, okay, yes. And there are different types of rhyming words. I'm basically talking about the, what should I say, and word. Okay, Ketenchula is already introduced to different types of rhyming. Okay, for example, internal rhyme. Okay, yes, where the, what should I say, same sound words are found in one line. Okay, yeah, not the ending one. So they are different. I'm just going to tell you about the basic rhyming word. Okay, yes. So I told you, what should I say, you will find lots and lots of literary devices in the song. Okay, yesterday I remember, what should I say, presenting few songs that I know. Okay, yes, just to give you some example. Okay, yes, I'm also here with one very common song, the song that we used to enjoy in our, what should I say, childhood. Okay, very old one. This is which my generation song like this. Okay, but nowadays we used to have a remix. Okay, even if the song was very old, now the young singers, they come up with those songs. Okay, yes. So some of you maybe, the young ones may be knowing this. Okay, so what is this song called? This song is called 500 Miles. Okay, this song has become so popular that it has also been tuned. It has also been sung in a Hindi song. Okay, if I sing that Hindi song, you remember, okay, yes, it's some kind of motivational. Whenever we go to workshops, the presenter, sometimes they used to present this song. Okay, yes, the song goes like this. Jab koi baat bikhari jaye, jab koi mushkil. I don't remember the name of the movie. Okay, but that is the song which was based on this. Okay, and I don't know whether which song came first, English version or Hindi version. That is what you're going to do. Okay, yes. So for the time being, I'm going to present this. Okay, yes, the same tune. If you miss the train I'm on, you will know that I am gone. When you hear the whistles blow 100 miles, 100 miles, 500 miles, 500 miles, 500 miles. You can hear the whistles blow 100 miles. So that is the song. Okay, so I told you, whenever you come across any song, apart from enjoying the song, you got to see some of the literary devices. Why? Because the songs, I told you, it has got so many emotion, it has got so many feelings. And these feelings will come only if we use some kind of beautiful languages like figurative languages, okay, like simile, metaphor, all these things. Now, okay, yes. Now this is also a poem. Okay, yes. How many lines are there? This is one stanza. There will be 2, 3 like this. I've just taken one stanza. Now in one stanza, how many lines are there? There are 3 lines. Okay, so when we talk about the rhyming word, okay, it's important for us to look for the ending word. Okay, if you look for the beginning sound, there is another literary device called alliteration. Okay, oh yes. So when it comes to alliteration, we also use alliteration in Tibetan also. Okay, yes. So I told you literary devices are not only exclusively for English language. Like there are so many things. For example, New York mare, New York res, Lesa mare, lesa re. Now these are rhyming word in the beginning. Okay, so that is called alliteration. So there are so many things that you can learn in all the different languages. Okay, yes. So yes, I was talking about the rhyming word. Okay, now let us look at all the ending words. I am on. Now this is gone. Okay, this is miles. Okay, now we have to focus on this to see whether there is a rhyming word or not. In this 3-line stanza, okay, whenever we start looking for the rhyming word, we use the letter A and then B like this. Okay, it goes continuously. Okay, yes. So on gone. Okay, no, do you think these two words rhyme? They've got the same sound. Okay, so there is a rhyming in it. So whenever we have a rhyming word, we have to see how the poet has used the rhyming words. Okay, different poets use rhyming in a different pattern or different scheme. You got it? Pattern, you know? Okay, different. When we wear different kind of clothes, we follow some kind of pattern, this way or that way, like this. So the rhyming pattern in a poem, which should I say, rhyming words are used in a different pattern. Okay, yes. So when we were able to find the rhyming word, now the next thing, the examiner or the teacher, they will also ask you, okay, now as far as the rhyming word is concerned, my student knows how to identify the rhyming word. Now let me see whether they are able to see the pattern in the rhyming word or not. So you got to see the rhyming pattern, we call it rhyming pattern. We also say rhyming, S-C-H-E, rhyming scheme. Okay, yes. Now the rhyming words is quite easy, but sometimes students still face problem, which they say, when the teacher asks what is the rhyming scheme, what is the rhyming pattern used, then instead of showing the pattern, they come with the rhyming word. So these two are different. Okay, yes. So we ask this rhyming pattern when students know how to find the rhyming word. Okay, so there is a rhyming word. The poet has used one pattern. So let us try to see the pattern. Okay, rhyming pattern are there. Now, for example, the first one, always we give it A. Okay, yes, starts from alphabetical order, A. And then we look at the second word. Okay, if it rhymes with the first one, then we write A. And if it is different sound, okay, then we write B. And then we go to the third. If it is same, you write that. If it is different, then we write C and then D, like this. It keeps on going. Okay, yes. So A is already found. Now let us see this word, gone, on. Okay, this is rhyming. Okay, so this rhyme with the A. So that's why we write A. And what about the miles? Miles, does this word rhyme with this? No, this is different. So we have to write B. Okay, now if somebody asks me what is the rhyming scheme used in this particular stanza, then I can say, okay, rhyming scheme or the rhyming pattern used in this is A, A, B. Did you understand? Now this is rhyming, which they say scheme. And if somebody asks me what is the rhyming word, okay, then rhyming words are on and gone. So did you understand these two things, rhyming word and rhyming scheme and pattern? So whenever we have got rhyming words in a poem or stanza, then there is a scheme. So what is the scheme? A, B. So normally there are different patterns. For example, we have pattern like A, B, B. Okay, A, B. Okay, yes. Now how many lines are here? By looking at the rhyming pattern, we will get some idea how many lines are there. There are 4 lines. The first and the second line rhyme, third and the fourth line. Okay, now there are also 4 lines here. First and the third line rhyme. Okay, yes. And the second one also rhyme. Okay, yes. Now, what should I say? I'm going to give you another example. Okay, yes. So, another example, I'm going to okay, yes. I'm going to use one poem that which I'll be showing later. Okay, I'm not going to write all the things. Okay, so there is the which they say the poem called Daffodils. Okay, I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats over high over vales and hills. When all advanced, I saw a crowd. Okay, yes. When all advanced, I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils. Okay, yes. Beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Okay, yes. Okay, now this is, now how many lines are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is one stanza from the famous poem by William Wordsworth, Daffodils. Okay, it's a nature poem. So these are the ending words. So I told you, when we talk about rhyming word, our focus should be on the last word. Okay, now first let us see whether this particular stanza has a rhyming word or not. We know a stanza which does not have any rhyming pattern or rhyming words, what do we call that? Any idea? Yes, it is free verse. Okay, free verse. So free verse and closed verse. Closed verse is where there is a particular rhyming scheme or pattern. Free verse is a verse which does not follow any particular rhyming scheme or pattern. Did you understand? Okay, so let us try to see this. Okay, whether there is a rhyming or this is cloud. Okay, cloud, crowd, we have that. Daffodils, hills, trees, breeze. Okay, now there is a rhyming word here. If somebody asks me what is the rhyming word, pick out all the rhyming words, then I can write like, okay, cloud, crowd, they are rhyming word. Okay, trees, breeze, these are rhyming word. Okay, rhyming word is there. Now let us try to, okay, the examiner will ask you what is the rhyming pattern or what is the rhyming scheme. So you remember we have got rhyming patterns like this. Okay, now let us try to see which is the first letter we have to use when we look for rhyming words, rhyming pattern, we write A. Okay, yes. So let us see whether this second word rhymes with the above one or not. Cloud A, hills. Oh, this is different. So we have to write B. Third one, okay, yes, crowd, cloud. Okay, same. So it rhymes with A. Okay, yes. The next word is daffodils, daffodils, hills. Okay, yes. Okay, yes. So I will write B. Okay, yes. What about trees? Okay, hills, trees. Okay, yes. I will write B. And again, I will write breeze. Okay, breeze. This also is rhymed with B. Okay, yes. So cloud, crowd, hills. Okay, daffodils. Okay, trees, breeze. Okay, yes. So these are, so I think trees, daffodils, okay, dells, hills, breeze. Okay, they may be different. Okay, yes. I'm a little confused. Okay, now, yes. For example, now I'm just trying to show you the pattern. Okay, so what is the pattern here? This is A, B, C, C. Now, this is how the pattern look like. You got it? So, in order to find the rhyming pattern or rhyming scheme, it's important for us to see how is the rhyming words arranged in a line. Did you understand? So, these two words, rhyming word and rhyming pattern. So, this is how we find the rhyming word and rhyming pattern. Okay. So, as a homework, you just take out one stanza. Okay, there is no need for you to read the whole stanza. You just take out one stanza. Okay, if you don't find any poem, every day you are familiar with English or Tibetan or any kind of song. Okay, so I told you, you just take out one stanza and try to see whether there is a rhyming word or not. If there is a rhyming word, you just try to look for the rhyming pattern. Okay, yes. So I want you to look at the slides. Okay, let us see what we have next. Okay, so we have done the rhyming words and rhyming pattern, and now we have another literary device that is called personification. Okay, yes. So if you look at the word, okay, whenever we have got some lengthy words, you always look for the root word. Okay, and then by looking at that root word, you will get some idea. So in that case, personification, what is the root word here? Yes, person. So there isn't anyone who does not know what person is. Person is a human being. Okay, yes. So personification means, okay, assigning human qualities to inanimate object. Human being and inanimate object. Inanimate object means object which does not have any life. Okay, yes, where there is no animation. Okay, yes. So table, chalk, duster, all these things are inanimate object. So personification is a poetic device. This is a device used by the poet to assign, to give human qualities to inanimate object. Okay, for example, what are some of the qualities of a human being? As a human being, we cry, sing, dance, we do all sort of things. Now, these are qualities that are related to human being. Okay, yes. Now, if we give all these qualities to inanimate object, so that is a device. Okay, yes, the poets they used to do. Okay, and you are very familiar with this word. For example, the sky cries. Do you think the sky cries? No, cry is the word which is related to human being. Only human being and all these things can cry, sheds tear. The school bag cries for help. Okay, the sun smiles, the night sky brings life. Now all these things. Now if you look at all the words which are underlined, all these words are which is the related to human being. Okay, the skies and school and sun and night sky, all these are inanimate objects. They don't have any feeling. But despite that, I use these which are human qualities to this word, and that is one which is a literary device. You got it? Okay, yes. So which is that is a literary device. So let us, you must be familiar with all this. When you are small, you write, which is a poem about a pen or a pencil like this, and you just give human qualities to the pen. Okay, yes. Sometimes we also do some kind of a puzzle exercise. I am I've got 4 limbs, I eat this, I do this, I enjoy all these things. And then who am I? Now, do you remember this? So this is which is a small example of personification. If I was a pencil, I would live in a school, munching on words and paper, after dancing all day on a notebook, sleeping soundly on weekends, and waiting patiently for Monday, when my students come back and rewrite the best of poems. Okay, yes. So you see the pen, okay, the pencil is not a human being, but if you go through this line, which we use so many words of a human being to the pencil. For example, after dancing all day on a notebook, sleeping soundly, okay, yes, munching on words, okay, yes, waiting patiently. Now these are all human qualities, but we give these qualities to the inanimate object. So it produces some kind of effect. There is a feeling, okay, yes. And the second one, the brook. Okay, yes, brook. Okay, if you look at this, which is the brook is a small river. I come from haunts of coot and hern. I make a sudden sally and sparkle out among the fern to peer down a valley. By 30 hills I hurry down, or slips between the ridges, or 20 tops a little town, and 100 bridges. Okay, so if you look at this, the brook is narrating as if a brook, that small river, that small stream is a human being. So this is also a personification. Okay, yes. So what should I say? I've got one more example here. Yes. Personification. Okay, yes. So I have written one poem, okay, a long time ago, Yours Choking Mother. Okay, yes, I think this is a good example of personification. Tibet is not a human being. Okay, so I'm just giving a human feeling to Tibet. Okay, yes, your choking mother means our country Tibet, it's choking. It's in a very terrible position. Okay, yes. So likewise, I'm just giving voice to Tibet. And Tibet is, what should I say, saying all these things. Okay, yes. For example, let us read and then you will get some idea whether this is a personification or not. Okay, yes. Remind them my pain. Okay, remind them my pain. Let them not be lulled by the wind of change. Let each be a mighty mound that rests in large amount. In each there is a herd. Before it goes out with earth, blow it for long, until it bumps into strong, undying flame. Till then be united and ever willing to stand and help one another, for you all are made fine from each blood of mine. Let each cry be others' cry. Let each joy be others' joy. Lastly, but not the least, remember that your mother exists and still alive at last. See you soon and fast. Yours, choking mother, Tibet. Okay, yes. So Tibet, okay, is not a human being. So Tibet is giving some kind of a, what should I say, the voice. Okay, yes. So that is the thing that you have to keep in mind. Okay, so yes, okay, yeah, I've given you the example of which is a brook, okay, personification. Brook is the name of a river, okay, yes. And then I've already given you example of Tenzin Sundula's, which is a poem, okay, yes. Now, one thing I want you to keep in mind, okay, now as far as the English poet and Indian poet and all these so many poems are concerned, we've got, which is a, you all are familiar with the Tibet, which is a, that website through which you can look for the different types of poems. Okay, now there are some Tibetans. We have got so many Tibetan young writers who writes in Tibetan also. So for that, I want you to be familiar with these, what you say, blogs or website. For example, Tibettwrites.org. This, if you go to this, if you visit that page, you will come across so many, what should I say, stories, article, poems, so many things, the latest one, okay? And if you look at this poem, you will get some idea because these poems have got so many literary devices. So remember Tibettwrites.org, or if you are interested, you can also, what should I say, refer that, what should I say, High Peaks and Pure Earth, okay? Risatho Satsang, okay, yes, there is one website, okay? If you look at this, you will get some idea about Tibetan literature, okay? We have got American literature, British literature, which are Indian literature, so many. Now, if you look at this, you will get some idea about the Tibetan literature, how in Tibetan literature is going, okay? You should be familiar with all the authors, poets like this. So it is important because you will get some Tibetan touch also, okay? Yes. So personification, we are talking about the personification. So last time I remember giving you an example of Tenzin Sundula's poem, When It Rains in Dharamsala. So you see in one poem, there are so many literary devices, okay? So sometimes you may see the same poem again and again, but it is used in a different way, okay? If you look at this, when it rains in Dharamsala, raindrops wear boxing gloves, thousands of them come crashing down, okay? So the raindrop, it behaving as if it is a human being and coming down and beat my room, okay? Rainfall will not beat, okay? Now this is the way of, what should I say, writing. My room cries from inside. So do you think the room will cry? No. So this is a literary device used by the poet, okay? Now we can literally see the room crying, okay? Yes. Now you see the power of these words, okay? He or she is trying to not just tell, but shows, okay, my room cries and wets my bed. Sometimes the clever rain comes, okay, come is something related to human being. From behind my room, my precarious wall, the walls, they lift their heel and allow a small flood into my room. Now, if you look at these things, okay, you will see, okay, the personification is used, okay, yes, the rain is, which is acting all these things as if it is a human being. You got it? Okay, yes. So with this, I'm going to stop my second session, my first session here. I'll be coming with more literary device in my fourth session, okay, and then I'll be doing a quick recapitulation. So in this session, basically what we did, we talked about the rhyming words, okay, rhyming words. When we talk about rhyming words, you have to also know the rhyming pattern, okay, yes, and then we talked about the personification. We also have the personification, okay? So if I remember, okay, yes, one line from one important text, okay? Sempa chobe kecha rima dabla shebe rivu sado yea goi jukju chesus. Okay, yes. So read the sado, okay? All these rock and mountain, although they are inanimate objects, but since my story is so sad that even these rock, these inanimate objects, they are with me and they are nodding their head. So you see, we use this in Tibetan also. So you talk about Hindi, and there are so many things. Okay, so I told you, when it comes to literary devices, these devices are used by all the people, whether you are a Tibetan carpenter or whether you are American carpenter or whether you are Chinese, these devices are there. So I told you, whenever you come across poems, you must have read so many poems. Okay, now memorizing that thing, understanding that poem, it's important, yes, I'm not denying. But what is more important is you just try to take out all the literary devices, because it is these devices which will be very handy for you in your own life. Okay, you can write a poem, you can write a very beautiful descriptive poetry or poem or essay or narrative, so many things. So be familiar with the literary devices and try to use this literary device whenever you get time. Okay, yes. So if whoever is going to check your piece of writing or your poem, they will just look for all the devices, whether he or she is familiar with the devices, figurative words, poetic devices, and then they will just see whether your writing is good or not. You got it? Okay, thank you. That's for all today. Thank you.